Hello, everybody. For those who are watching, we're very delighted to sort of have this kind of collaborative presentation between me and my dear friend and colleague Siravith. Collaboration between Mudita and SANMA, and we will be also talking about some of the future collaboration for looking forward. And my name is Hasegawa, and I'm a conductor based in the States, and also I'm a founder of Mudita organization in Japan and Mudita America Inc. in the USA.
And yes, hello everyone. I am Siravith Kongbandalsuk. I am trombonist of the Tacity Ensemble, and currently I am lecturer at Princess Kalyaniwattana Institute of Music, Bangkok, and also the committee of SANMA Southeast Asia New Music and Art Foundation.
I think we will just generally briefly introduce about our organizations. So I'll be talking about Mudita. So Mudita started in 2019 as sort of a more volunteer group, and in 2021, last year, we formally registered as a non-profit organization in Japan, Ippanshadan Boji. We started this project because many of us in our team saw some of the issues and potentials in Japanese art and music education. We wanted to sort of inspire younger people to see art and music in more broader picture and feel more connected. So one of our big mission is to provide a diverse art and music experience in the most accessible way. And by achieving it, we try to create a community, a sense of belonging for people. We use this art and music to connect with others. We call it empathy through arts. So that's sort of the whole point of Mudita. As you can see, three sort of missions underline this bigger mission to provide a diversity in a most accessible way. The first one is to grow the art population in Japan through diversity and accessibility of art, and to create an environment where any person can express themselves through the art and realize the value of art. And then lastly, to provide a platform for artistic experiences that explore the realm of beyond thinking, beauty, and reality. When we looked at the Japanese art education in junior high and high school, within the school curriculum that is set by the government, we saw many sort of questions that we asked for based on our interview with the current teachers and our research on the census about how people think about art and the music scene in Japan. We wanted to sort of bring this diverse content of art and music from around the world. So multicultural connections is a key for us to increase the population of art and music in Japan. And then we want them to feel free. We want them to feel kind of spontaneous about expressing themselves through art. We wanted to create opportunity for them to have a conversation with others through the creation of music and arts. Finally, the third sort of smaller mission here is really more feeling the connection with other people rather than kind of analyzing or kind of thinking the art and the music in more sort of academic way. We wanted to sort of use art and music, like I said before, as a tool to connect with the people and then feel the belonging in the community. So as I said before, one of the central things that we've been working on as a Mudita is to bring this multicultural art experience in order to grow the audience or grow the participation of art and music. That is something that hasn't really seen in Japan, where art and music education, art and music is sort of more academic, more sort of kind of a secondary area for younger people. So if we kind of collaborate with other artists and musicians from around the world, if the experience of art and music can be provided in a collaboration with people from different culture, different country, different regions, we feel this, very much the central idea of empathy through arts more closely, because we are connecting with the people from different country. It doesn't have to be different country, different culture, but as an individual, we hope to sort of provide these empathetic connections among people by having this multicultural art experience.
Yes, and about the SANMA, which is Southeast Asia New Music and Art Foundation, which established nearly with the Mudita, right? I think around 2019, and we were located in Bangkok as a main part. The reason that we organized the foundation this in Thailand, because as we are musicians, we grew up in the wind ensemble, wind band, like from school band, from community band, and we found out that in the school or in the music community in Bangkok, in Thailand, something, we found that we have many musicians, we have many artists that want to express music. We have audience, so many audience, like a younger audience, students and professional musicians. But somehow to sustain or to retain, keep playing and producing and creating art and music, we found out that with our organization or with individual, it seems to be very difficult for them, like for the school to organize events, for the artist group, for the ensemble group to organize the event as they would like to do. So that's is the main part, the reason, main reason to founding this this foundation, SANMA. And with the mission, I think mostly same with the Mudita, like but we mainly focus on supporting new music and art, which doesn't mean that it has to be new all the time. Just new. What we mean is like new people, new community, new creation. Many things can happen, like that would be focused on. And also we focusing on to promoting the local artists, not only in Bangkok but in Thailand, to promote to the international level. And the last thing is what the foundation can provide is the platform that every artist or every musician can jump in and start and being involved together with us, to like a supporting and helping each other, and to creating artistic community for sharing opportunity, sharing experience, and also we can sharing the creativity for creating art and music together.
So Siravith and I discussed several key points for the missions for this collaboration between Mudita and SANMA.
Like what we found out is like after we have been working together like 2 years ago, right? We start communicating, we start talking, and we found out that not only Japan and Thailand individual has had the problem, but something we have the sharing common problem that we would like to, that we think that with our collaboration will solve this problem in some way. Like, so we try to explain about the diversity, like because the funding, the supporting from the funding source somehow is limited to their intent project or their scope of art or music that they would like to produce. So somehow it's okay for artists, for musicians, that's to communicate with organizer, with the agency or with the audience to some specific topic, but somehow in other feelings like creator or musician or artist, they would like to express themselves as well. Like they have some project that they have interested in, or the project that they would like to develop themselves individually. So that is the one problem that our collaboration would help. And also the second thing is the genre of the art and the music that we not try to limit it or specific too much about which genre has to be under the supporting. And the next thing is the aging, that we found out that some project or some organizations, some funding, some campaign, they have a specific target, like this project for children, this project for elder people. So in this case, I think we can provide more opportunity to involve everyone, to can be involved in creating art or music together without the limitation of age. Like, but some project maybe have a specific things, some specific idea. And the second thing that we would like to solving is the exploration of the possibilities in art and music, like to creating new things. But like as I say before, that it doesn't mean that we abandon the old thing or the tradition thing, just new that we combining new community. We rethinking about the tradition thing, the history thing, and we rethinking with them again. And to the next thing about education and empathy.
Yeah, so thank you, sir. So the education is something that we both sort of focus on to bring the talented, the younger generations, to involve with us and to try to kind of progress what we are doing. And some of the examples are like, I know the SANMA has been kind of supporting this INACT, the new musical festival in Bangkok, Thailand, and they do lots of educational workshops and master classes and lectures, as well as engaging younger composers to write new pieces and then having some like a mentorship for younger composers. And in Mudita, we've been doing some of the online workshop and in-person workshop where we invited artists and then really give them the opportunity to create their works we had one artist who's a fluid artist, and then they sort of did a workshop for participants to create their works. We also did a pottery workshop as well as improvisation workshop in person. So we have a sort of many levels. If we combine our educational programs between Mudita and SANMA, we have a sort of wide kind of range of education. We want to kind of keep doing that together so that we will be able to sort of give the artistic and musical opportunity to specific younger generations, to grow them, to inspire them, to bring them together to our community. The empathy is really the last thing that I think as an outcome of this collaboration. It's a special feeling when I had a privilege to participate in ACT last December, and then I was able to see my colleagues for the first time in person, and then created something very special event, and had a successful performance with our colleague Tacity Ensemble and other artists from around the world. It is so special feeling when we share with each other after we achieved such a thing, where we collaborated to create something very impactful for the community, and we performed together and shared a moment of the very moment of our musical creation. And then we want to sort of keep spreading that experience and opportunity where people feel this sense of belonging to specific community and share the joy of what we are doing. I think that's something that that comes at the end of the result of this collaboration. Very enriching experience for all of us as a musician, as an educator, as an artist.
Yes, and so with our current current collaboration right now, thanks to the real Hasegawa to that bring his connection or his community to join with us all years or from we collaborate together. Currently we have done some collaboration like a collaboration concert between SANMA and from Japan, the Keio University, and with the purpose to to create connection and to building up the network, right? Our mission, we would like to promoting local artists from both Thai artists and Japanese artists together to the international level. That was the main point too. And the next thing that we focusing is exchanging. With our collaboration, we can exchange many things such as exchanging culture, exchanging knowledge, and also exchanging the creativity through art making and music making together. And with the collaboration here, I think we invite the musician from Thailand such as Tacity, and from the Japan is Otoha. This just the starting point that we would like to gather, and I think with our collaboration we could expand or increasing the network together between Thailand and Japan now.
Yeah, I just like to point out one tiny bit on what Siravith mentioned about this very specific collaboration between Otoha and SANMA. I just want to point out the uniqueness of this collaboration between two groups. I mean, who would have thought in the past this contemporary, sort of groups, the leading, Thai contemporary music group would collaborate with a Shamisen ensemble from Japan. This is such a unique, in my opinion, collaboration that we may get to make all together. And then this kind of collaboration isn't possible when we sort of collaborate across the culture and across the time. I think throughout the presentations from wonderful colleagues from from Thailand, they've mentioned about this, the economy of collaborating, with this ancient sort of very, historical instrument from Japan with modern context. In this kind of, collaborations, such a unique, kind of opportunity arise between Mudita and the SANMA. And this is something that we are very thrilled to have this opportunity to connect these two groups to create such a unique collaboration. Yep, I think we can go next. So we would like to sort of go over some of the past collaborative events that we created between Mudita and SANMA. The first one, we started with this online webinar and music workshop. It's somehow similar format to what we did with a theme of hybrid cultures and sonic diversity of Japanese music and Thai music. So we had, correct me if I'm wrong, Siravith, we had 4 artists from Mudita, and then 3 artists from SANMA, if I remember correctly. Well, really 4 artists, right? I think from SANMA, I think. Yeah, yeah. So we did this kind of presentations and discussions, and at the end, we sort of did this experimental improvisatory workshop among our artists. We presented our traditional instruments from Japan and from Thailand, and then we also presented some of the concept of this Mudita, and then Piawat has presented his work. So it was itself already very diverse context where we were able to exchange our culture, cultural knowledge and experience, as Siravith said before. And then, yes, all the lectures, presentations, and experimental workshops that we did are available for your view on our YouTube channel. I believe this is a YouTube channel of Tacity Ensemble. So if you go there, you'll be able to see all the presentation. It has been archived.
Yes, and the last event that we did together is like a Thailand New Music and Art Symposium, which what we held during last December in 2021, and in the theme of hybrid world cultural reconnection, which we talk a lot about how we look back to the culture, how we reconnect the world, the people again after the long COVID things, and what it changed in our perception or our feeling about we has been this separate each other for a long time, right? The communication between the collaboration between countries, between continents, the events, music had been stopped, music had been shut down, stop traveling, stop going abroad. And we just want to know that after we reconnect this thing again, how would we react? How would we thinking about that in the different perspective or different ways? So during the festival, we has some three main events happen. The first thing, the important thing is the music performance. We have many kinds of ensembles, such as like Rio say that combining tradition instrument, like in this picture, we use hishiriki, the Japanese instrument, and combined with the new composition by Masatora Goya, the Japanese composer, I think, with the Tacity ensemble. And also not only the tradition instrument of the Japanese, we also provide some traditional instrument from Thailand, from Southeast Asia, such as a can that we has Dr. Christopher Adler to join the performance as well as some experimental or instrumentalist performance, like in the picture here that we play on the long metal tube. Is somehow we mixing between the various tradition of instrument, the tradition one and the experimental one in the entire festival. After that, we also have the art exhibition, which we usually manage the open call for artworks to present more diverse of art instead of only music performance. We also have some installation performance, art performance with the art. And from the 2020, we have been collaborate with other organizations such as the Robotic Club from Lat Krabang, which they bring their project, like the robot project, to be involved with our performance in the final performance, like you say in the picture here. And also we work with many artists to connect them. Not only that we made the music, but we would like to talk together, like a artist, painter, sculpture, to talk together with musicians and to sharing some idea. And during the festival, we also have some discussion topics to talk about, like something like we did last year is about decolonization, or to according to the theme that we have the real Hasegawa and Professor Dr. Anotai Nitipon and Professor Anand and Dr. Christopher Adler to sharing about some aspect when they see the culture, different culture, and what we usually learn from it with the context of reconnection, the culture. Yes, so maybe shall we give some excerpt of the performance that we talk about, the piece by Masatora Goya, Concerto for Hishiriki and Tacity Ensemble. Is the sound okay? Yes, the Hishiriki part was performed by Thomas Piercy, which New York artist, which he not only played his main instrument is the clarinet, but he has a specialized in Japanese instrument as well. Something like this performance happened during the festival last year, the symposium at Bangkok.
Thank you, sir. Yes, so future collaboration, we would like to sort of touch on that. We have such an exciting vision and mission together for the future. So one of the very sort of core concepts that we would like to have as a part of collaboration is the idea that anyone can be an artist. And this is something that Mudita has been really focusing on since our foundation, where we think that art is anything that we don't have to do. This is some like a keyword that we've been kind of cherishing, that, you know, art can be anything. And that is why it's accessible to anyone. And that is why anyone can be expressive of themselves. So creating a judgmental free environment where people feel the safe of expressing themselves in the most free way, so that the conversation starts from there. This is something that we would like to sort of have as a sort of core of our collaboration.
Yes. And like Rio say that collaboration is like anyone can be artist, and we are really open to welcome many new audiences. And also what we focus is like we thought about from the symposium last time, that we cultural reconnection. We found that the world is right now is more globalization, more we can connect easily with internet, with many things. So with our collaboration, I think to make it more efficient and to make it more realistic in both logistic thing, and to still can be developed the creativity, the creative art. we try to achieve three things, which was starting as an overseas collaboration. During the past 2 years, like our collaboration, we have involved with many organizations from abroad, such as the Japan Foundation Bangkok and the Bangkok Art and Culture Center. And also we got the supporting and beneficial support from SCG Foundation. And right now, the partner that we have in Japan is Mudita, and in Europe, we have supported by Repertoire, Swiss Art Council. And this year, we're going to be starting collaborate again with the Goethe Institute from Germany. And also, we have done some regular project with the British Council, which regularly I have some like a seminar or discussion and project performance together. And also in the United States as a Mario NLD Center for International Studies. And besides of the partnership, we also, what we can provide, like our mission that we want to educate, to give more opportunity for the education as well. And we have been work with some educational collaboration abroad, such as the Cornell University, the CUNY, and United States, and in South America and in Japan. And also we have been done some many projects with the university in Thailand, so many places. And I think this is the very, very beneficial thing that from the SANMA part and also Mudita, we have contact, we have connection, and like we can say ourselves as a representative to connect between these organizations and to make an exchange more happen, more realistic, to be organized, to be conducted.
Yeah, and then another element of this collaboration in the future is the cultural agency. One of the method of art creation that I was very much attracted since I have encountered with wonderful colleagues from SANMA is the collective creation, collective composition. I think we know all the creators share the authority of work, and they have a talk, they have a conversation in the process of making, and then we create one work in a multicultural setting. This is something that we, like Siravith said, we would like to sort of be representative of for other organizations, for other regions of the world, where Mudita and SANMA, kind of share this idea of cultural agency, where all the artists are welcome to join to create a work, create the music, create the art, and then we will share it with many audiences from around the world. And then we will just experiment it, how, multiple aspects, multiple perspective, multiple creative being will be put together. And then what kind of new works will be created across the culture. This is something we are very much looking for in upcoming projects. We would like to sort of promote the idea of cultural agency. And another things that we will be working on is to create an online archives. Now we have done many projects individually, Mudita and SANMA in the past, and we've done already 2 big projects together, online webinar and music workshop, and then a symposium from last year. And we would like to continue to sort of archive our collaborative events as well as our individual sort of projects online, so that everybody has access in a more accessible way from the audience standpoint point of view. I mean, we all know that the COVID era sort of changed our way of enjoying art, participating art and music. Now it's becoming primarily more online, where we just view past performances or live streaming performances, so that we don't have to go to Bangkok just tomorrow we don't have to be in New York. We can sort of share the art and then educational content through online anywhere you are at that moment. So we would like to work on creating one collaborative online archives as well as our individual online archives. And then just to go into more specific projects that we'll be conducting in the next couple months and years. One of them is the Tacity Ensemble American Tour, and specifically in Baltimore. This is something that one of the leading contemporary ensemble, Tacity Ensemble, supported by SANMA, is coming to America for the tour. And then part of the tour, we would like to collaborate and then create a concert in the US. Mudita is now registering our nonprofit status in the US. So with the same concept, same mission in this collaboration, we'll make it happen in the United States.
Yes, and the next big project that we are really looking forward to organize together is, like last year we did a symposium, but with the 2022 we changed the festival to be in act, with the theme this year is new act, vocality and transmutation, which is changing the theme. We're focusing on the vocality, like a voice of a human, a voice of instruments, a voice of anything that could be transformed in the performance as well. And the role of the performer, the role of the audience has been changing. The platform of the concert, the tradition concert has changed, has been adapted. Audience can be performers. Many things has changed. The space of the performance, the space of presenting has not to be only on stage. It can be on the virtual world, on the other media, such as posters, such as something else that we can imagine to present in the festival this year. And we just did some open call things that we just closed, and we're looking forward very much to. Actually, we have got many projects that almost 100 project, 100 artwork that submit to our open call, and many project has some originality and has some specific ideas, specific contents that actually very suit to the theme, the new act, and we will present all of them during the festival in Bangkok, which will be held from 23rd to 25th of December.
And then the next big projects that we'll be collaborating together is this still in progress for planning, but Mudita Mine Festival. We are working on the locals and several professors and staff from Keio University to create an international art and music educational festival in Mine, Yamaguchi Prefecture. This is something that Mudita has been brainstorming in terms of the audience. Now we have sort of, a good numbers of music festival or art festival in the bigger cities, such as Tokyo, Osaka, and so on. But one of the issues that Japan is having now is the significant decrease of the population and economic opportunities in countryside, because many of people, especially younger generation, is just coming to Tokyo for their school, for college, for a job. And then we are one of the big issues that is that all the countryside, local communities is just losing the people, especially younger people. And by losing the people, there are many sort of disadvantages for the education, for the economy, and for social services. now Mudita is kind of launching this project where we can contribute. Our impact is like 100% if we bring this international art experience in more rural part of Japan. So in Mine, Yamaguchi, we'll be collaborating with local government as well as local artists to create this international art festival where we invite artists from around the world, and we would do some workshop, concerts, or some theatrical performances such as musical theater, and then all the artworks will be somewhat connected to the local history or local community of Mine or Yamaguchi Prefecture. This is something that we've been kind of working on, and then we are also delighted to invite SANMA and Tacity Ensemble and from wonderful colleagues from Thailand to be part of this festival to contribute this creating a diverse community in small the rural part of Japan in Mine. And this is also something that we have been working on as a Mudita. This is a documentary film project featuring music from Amami Oshima Island. One of the Utasha, who's the singer from Amami Oshima Island, Marin Naruse, has joined our online webinar in the past. And this is something that we've been working on with Marin to bring the awareness of this beauty of Amami Oshima Island to the world through the creation of a documentary film project. Now, Marin and I are planning to participate in Enact in this coming December. So we'll be working with SANMA to create this documentary film project to feature the music from Amami Oshima Island and to spread the beauty of it and the rich history of it to the world. This is something, again, we are working on archiving in a way this traditional music from this tiny island, but in a modern perspective of this in a collaboration with SANMA, and then the mean of documentary film.
Yeah, and to contact with us or like the online archive that we did right now is on the YouTube and also on the Facebook. You can follow by these items like a Mudita channel, YouTube, and Enact Festival Thailand YouTube channel. And also you can find more like these events that happen in the Facebook of SANMA Foundation, and also Mudita that have events regularly also in Enact Thailand that we keep updating. Like with our collaboration is just not only making things easier and happen more frequently, but the purpose of the social media thing that we can gain more audience. Like Mudita have the target audience, have target audience that they have been subscribing or involving already. But with our collaboration, like many things, like the campaign or promoting on Facebook or on social media has some limited thing or has some condition. I think with the real world collaboration, we just use our material and sharing together. It would be increasing more target and directly to also expanding the range of audience.
And to conclude sort of our presentation, thank you, Siravith, for the mentioning about the social media part. I think one of the important message that I would like to sort of present here is the amount of discovery that I received since I have encountered with SANMA. By participating online webinar we've done in the past and symposium in Bangkok, I have gained so many different perspectives of what music can be and what art can be and what collaborations can be. And this is something, because of this collaboration, made it happen to sort of, as a person, to grow, and as a musician to grow, to have such a diverse experiences and then knowledges. This experience has been such an enriching experience, and we would like to sort of share this transforming sort of experience of this cultural exchanges and cultural creation with many more people. We are very much looking forward to continue this partnership, and like I said, just idea of sharing is, I think, in 2022 the most significant, in my opinion. The art is accessible to anybody, and anybody is eligible to sort of experience this exchange, cultural collaboration, to have this enriching discovery that you would never being able to have that in one culture. By collaborating with SANMA, Mudita, and many other organizations, and many other artists and musicians in the world, I believe it's even more powerful for this to have this enriching experience.
Thank you very much, Rio, for the conclusion. And I think it's time for the panel to ask about our collaboration and to review about what we did and what the future collaboration should be. Please feel free to ask any question to us.
Yeah, thank you so much, boss. I think something I have been thinking about, being a part of you, is that the collaboration is very important, and also we have a lot of struggle, right? When we work together, we have to find money, we have to look for really good program. Sometimes we have even like political program, like when we have to add someone who, I mean, like for how to say, like to complete some condition, but which is inevitable, but at the same time, it make us learn, right, how to deal with artists, how to deal with the society. So like I just have a question about, since we already work together, like how would we think about our collaboration in the long term? Like how it's good for now, like we have kind of exchange festivals, right? We have exchange performances, but like thinking like the sustainability, like if we're gonna be old, right? We're gonna getting old. And then like maybe you have to think about the next generation, or even like how we maintain our creativity but still active somehow, like we seen many examples, not only in Thailand but also the whole world, like something started good, right? Something like have been starting like with a good intention, good thing, but then the more it grows, like it's a problem of how to sustain it, how to make it good quality. Someday maybe we are out of date, we need some people, like new ideas, new people to replace us. So like the question is that like how all of us think like in the future, like to make sure that we have good program, good thoughts, good people, good money, right? Good sustainability. So I was kind of like open the floor for that. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Keio. That is a very, very important question for continuing this collaboration and to make it sustainable. I have a couple of thoughts about that. One is well, part of the projects that we'll be doing is to create an extensive archive online. So by creating the archives of all the things that we did in the past, people are able to have access to what we did. And by doing so, we aim to gain more supporters. We aim to gain more followers of our collaboration. But by creating archive itself is already quite time-consuming and a hard task. But if we don't sort of promote the archive itself to the world, nobody would sort of watch it unless if you happen to be in the archives. So I think one of the important things that we will need to, or we will at least need to think about, is the more marketing side. How are we going to market what we are doing, what we've done in the past? And of course, the use of social media is crucial, but I believe something that we need to consider is how are we going to convey our mission and vision and what we are doing to the world. And there needs to be some resources that we can use to really convey what we've done, what we are going to do, so that we'll gain more supporters, sponsors, followers who will kind of enrich our program. The second thing that I thought about in regarding your question, Pierre, is the amount of, at least from my side, from Mudita's side, this is a little challenging aspect because I am more active in the USA. Just to borrow this space, I would say that we are looking for more the same sort of minded people who will be able to sort of push all the activities in Mudita in Japan. So by gaining all those strong friends, strong colleagues in Japan, I believe, at least from Mudita's side, because I said all the time, I'm super impressed of the teamwork and how bond you all are, in SANMA and in Inact, in Tacity Ensemble. And this a bond is truly extraordinary if one hasn't seen it yet. And I just hope to sort of model that and then create something very strong team like you guys in Mudita, Japan.
And to answer thank you, Rio, for explaining some possibilities or the way we should discover more. And from to answer Pio, I think right now every artist, every musician, of course, we would like to express originality. We would like to show your identity from your work, from our work, from our skills, from our. But one thing we don't forget to we don't need to forget to is the contribution. Instead of being expressed, we should thinking about the contributing to the community, to people as well. Like we, as we organize things, we create something, we thinking, we express something, but about sustainability, like what we can provide right now is creating a system or creating a pathway that would help younger generation to retain it, to connect between each other, between other countries. It shouldn't be based on musician independently, not should time has changed, and someday our organization may be changed, our collaboration may be changed, but if we prepare the system here from, like, for example, like the connection between Thailand and Japan, everyone can join, everyone can be involved with it, can engage with it later continuously. I think with this spreading idea, the contents will appear differently. Like many people who younger audience who see out what we did right now, the online webinar, the concert, the performance. Maybe some days they want to change something. They don't want to retain our idea, but it's okay. Just let them aware that what they would like to do. But we prepare system, we prepare the pathway to let it happen easier for later in the future. I think.
Yeah, I'm totally agree with Rio and with Siravith. For me, from my side, about the sustainability, for me, it's not just our organizational sustainability, but I want to talk about the sustainability in the bigger pictures of the whole country, of the whole regions, like in Asians. So for me, like the things that we are doing, the in-apps festival, the online webinar that we are doing right now, is kind of a push, some kind of a push to encourage younger musicians, younger artists to come up and to do not the same thing, but to express their own identity in their own way, to create the bigger market, to create the more vibrant musical society, and that thing I think is matters for bigger pictures, for the one who are in charge of the bigger society, for the government or something, to see what we are capable of, what importance about what we are doing right now. And for me, I think to have some more, to generate more vibrant society is a most important thing in my opinion.
Cool. So thanks for all your response. I think that's cool. And I just also think about like I appreciate, like we talked about this many times with Rio, like he appreciate us a lot, and we appreciate you a lot. So like in terms of like thinking about the bonding between people among group, but yeah, I think that's a good advantage, right? But at the same time, I feel like as an organizer, as an organization, like I think the organization is the biggest model, right? Like even we are not, how to say, we will not stay forever. We like, if someone come, they will comes, like they will take place. So I think like, and then we are happy to step down, step up, like that's the reason like I don't do directing, like every year, because it's the best. And actually Nobakon and Siravith, they do great job. Like I mean, sometimes if I do, maybe it's a bit more demanding, but this, like, I mean, this is kind of like good to weigh, responsibilities. And I think like we should, even after this session, we should talk more about sustainability, like it's good already what we talk about that before, thinking about diversity, thinking about like inviting people, like everyone can join, or like thinking about group as organization, like thinking about programming. So it's cool. It's just like we have to talk more about like social impact, and also, I mean, not today, I think it's too much, but like about like what would be the next move, like, but then I think that would be the next session.
Yeah, Rio, do you have some more thoughts?
Nope, I think yeah, like Pio said, we'll have a long conversation afterward. and hopefully in person.
Yeah,
This
sure.
is a little unfortunate that we didn't get to be in person in Japan as we planned in the past due to the COVID. But it's always to see you all in person. So yeah, in the future we can talk more.
Yeah, for sure. So that might be it. So I'm very grateful that we have all of us here talking together about like how to progress like our music scene in our country and co-partnership with each other. I think this online webinar is very valuable. So, and this could not happen without the great support from the Japan Foundations. Thank you very much for attending, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.